Let's take a look at the Seattle starting lineup. Most of them should be back next season. 5 changes.
Yeah, big changes, I think, as well. Ultimately, Jordan Bugg and Lou Barnes gets their first start together in that back line. I think that'll be massive that Lou Barnes is back in the lineup, but I'm focusing on Mondesir in that number 10 role and G being able to get the ball in order to feed the front line. There's been no service to the front line this season. Hopefully that can all change tonight.
Meanwhile, for Houston.
And for the Houston Dash, ultimately coming off the back of that San Diego win, the 2-0 win, really good confidence. I'll be looking for Livieri in that area. Nagasato, we know she can score bangers, so I think ultimately Tarsiani in that back line will have to show a lot of discipline as well. But I'm looking forward to this one. Ultimately, Mike, there's not much to play for, but I mentioned it before, play for your pride.
On the road, opening kickoff. Underway in this penultimate weekend in the NWSL season. Seattle hosting Houston. Leanne, you had some moves pregame. I don't want to say I'm surprised, but I'm in love with it. I really am.
Mike, I'm hyped. You can tell I'm so hyped. We did like a lap of this whole entire Lumen Field Stadium. It's been such, there's not much to play for when it comes to the football tonight. But like I said, we're here. The players are here. Ultimate professionals, they'll show up. So for most people, they might be thinking there's nothing left to play for. Both teams are eliminated. But for me, there's all to play for. You have to go out and do your job.
Spark plug of a player. Angles inside. Adamas slashing. And King running centrally. Now G.
Positive play, though, from Emery Adamas on that left-hand side. I think for a young player, it's always difficult to come into a team, which he speaks true to the fact that the players, the experienced players have taken her under their wing along with Jordan Bugg, and they said from the U20 World Cup, they couldn't wait to get back to this team. And we were both thinking, wow, because most of the time, if a team's losing, you really are reluctant to kind of go back, and in the locker room, it becomes a bit negative.
Let me know what you think.
I will.
Nikki Stanton takes a starring role at the beginning. Everyone's worst nightmare, getting on an elevator, locked in, and have to go to the bathroom. How's that for a cliffhanger? Driven away by Garris. Here. Livieri knocks it wide. Chapman overlapping. Chapman hangs the cross over Patterson, bounces through. Nielsen. And that's a simple slap down from Dickey. Well, the whistle had gone up. It took a deflection. It's going to be a corner.
Really good play from Chapman down the left-hand side. We spoke to her yesterday, and she said that sometimes she likes to be pinched in, playing almost in a centre-back role. It was a really good ball across. Comes to Paige Nielsen. Doesn't quite drop for Paige Nielsen. Takes that deflection. It's gone out. It didn't even look like it went behind the goal, to be honest, Mike. Like, that was an interesting call, to say the least.
Going short. The return is into an offside. Sarah Puntigam came away victorious in a matchup with Laura Harvey. The two connected quite closely by Sam Lady. Ball through. Garris striding. Garris through. Garris saved by Dickey. NWSL. Ball ripped through. There she is again. Garris playing early. That gets by Dickey and out the other side.
Like I said, Mike, a carbon copy.
Livieri crafts across, skewed down past Patterson, hit from distance. It was a similar goal to what that could have been from Puntigam that proved the difference when these teams met in the end of September. Took it away, runs into space. Angles inside, G. Slips across Adamas, tapped across on the first time, and Paige Nielsen stashes this out of play. Let's go wandering. Bouncing ball, trouble still, brought down Mondesir, knocked back, knocked down, and slid away from the goal mouth after Campbell's save. It's Tarsiani who's able to put this wide of the post. And it still feels like there's a lid on opponents' goals. Well over 5 games without a goal for Seattle. This is as close as they've come tonight.
A good save.
Adamas takes the corner. Bounces high. Ripped on Gordon! Oh, what a way to break the drought! Olivia Athens! In a game that might decide the wooden spoon, the bottom of the NWSL, fireworks, rain pouring down in Seattle. Dickey is ready. Olivieri scored a penalty a week ago. To the spot. Scores under the hand of Dickey. 1-1, 25 minutes in. Just as the prognosticators expected. Over. Puntigam! Pulled in by Dickey.
Excellent play from Paige Nielsen, and to be fair, Puntigam did everything right. I thought Claudia Dickey's positioning was very, very good. This is the only place Puntigam could have tried to put it. Maybe a bit more of the instep, bend it in the top corner, but I think it's good positioning.
Season record. Here's Latsko. Turns away from Chapman. Latsko flicks it on. Heidema into the grasp of Campbell.
And you touched upon it there, Mike, as well. I think you and I and most of us are in the know with these types of things. We didn't know.
Off season, they got to find a general manager. It's up to Jessica O'Neill, in large part the club president, to get that job done. And in speaking with Alicia Chapman, they feel like she's done everything she can to get that done. Latsko crossing. But you want to talk about lack of clarity. In 2 months, you won't have a head coach on contract, and you hopefully will have a GM by then, whether it's Ricky Clark or it's somebody else. Installs. Bypasses Schmidt. G lines up Garris. Comes high, Mondesir. Campbell, pro hops over, yanks it in. There's a lot of talent on that Haitian team, too. Squared off, slipped through, Yuki the target. G can't get on it. Olivieri. It's a matter of seconds remaining in the first half. Patterson slipping through. She's onside. Can she get there? She can. Corner, Adamas. Further away by Harris. Adamas. Numbers still forward off the set piece. Bounding through and into Campbell with quick distribution. Sprain an ankle, you know how to fix that, what the process is. It's been a lot less clear with the injuries she's dealt with this year. Here's G. Trying to navigate through, ricochets straight up into the air. Tarsiani couldn't deal with it. Drought! Mondesir! Her first goal for Seattle! And the Rain lead!
Well done, G. Tenacious. Again, the ball drops in and around the 6-yard box. But it's Mondesir that is there. I like Mondesir. I think she's a good player going 1v1, playing in that 10 role like she does for Haiti. The national team, Jordan Heitman, does a relatively good job to come inside G. Tenacious, cuts it, gets a bit fortunate in the end. Harris tries to clear it. Tarsiani, and to be fair, Seattle Reign haven't had much luck this year. Transitional, it's about you think you have time on the ball and you do not have time on the ball. That's the one thing I noticed when I played in this league coming over from England. You take a touch in England, you have time. In this league, you have no time.
Oh, let's go, good move. Let's go, curling. Oh, it's off the mark. Oh, that would have been an incredible goal.
Now she was here, then she left while she got here. But what a player G is, and you know, she's still got a lot to offer.
It was Naho Kawasumi's roommate once upon a time. Flick on here. G is there. Out of play. G was looking for a challenge, even at 33. Felt like the South Korea League.
Now G isn't the quickest of players, but she's quick in the mind, and I think that's what sets her apart. She has the right way to pass.
Mondesir picked this off. King is there. Seattle. A tidal wave of pressure as this half goes on, looking for one that could finish the dash off every week.
Well, Jordan was a massive help to me when I tore my ACL. I was one of the first people that messaged me, because you're in this club that you don't want to be in, but you need the support.
Holmes, that's grabbed by Campbell. Yeah, you know, you made that point. We were driving yesterday back from the training facility, and that's it. It's full time tonight in Seattle, and the Reign send the fans home with a long-awaited win. The 5-game losing streak concludes, and the Reign are out of the basement in the penultimate game of the NWSL season. A 2-1 victory over the Dash.